everyday thing. It's an everyday thing. It's an everyday thing when you let your nuts hang.
Hey, what it do, everyday people, man? This your boy PJ. Today, we got story time. You know what I'm saying? This is the good looking, put y'all up on game, show y'all how shit go. Tell you a little bit about myself, and tell you how to survive 2 years in prison. It's real easy if you're not an idiot, because you could be an idiot and get fucked up, or you could be smart and just chill out. So a lot of my subscribers do know, a lot of them don't know that I have once been in trouble before, got myself caught up, went to prison, and got sentenced to 2 years. I didn't do the whole 2 years, about a year and like 6 months. Because, you know, in a 2 year sentence, you don't do the whole 2 years, you know what I'm saying? You do it from your county time to all the way to the end of your sentence. It actually takes about 1 year to complete a 2 year sentence because they give you like good time. So because you get good time, I forgot the percentage of time, like 50% of your time. You get 2 years, you do one. You know what I'm saying? You get 3 years, you do about a year, and if you stay out of trouble, you know what I'm saying, you do it about a year and a half or some shit like that, or even less. So on level 1, you're basically doing day for day, and that's what you don't go to prison on level 1. You go to prison on level 2. So when you go in on level 2, you're getting about 12 extra days to every 30 days. Then on level 3, you're getting about 20 extra days or 25 extra days. On level 4, you're getting about 30 extra days. So basically you're getting 2 for 1 pretty much. And that makes your time a little bit easier the higher you go up, because you know you're getting home faster. Now, if you got 85% of your time, like if you go into prison with a violent crime, 85% of your time, you go in day for day until you do 85% of that time. So say if you get 10 years, you're gonna do 8.5 years before you even start to get good time. And then when you start getting good time, whatever level you on, say you're on level 4 at that time, you're gonna get those extra 30 days. If you're on level 2, or if you're on level 1, you just day for day. But you just gotta stay out of trouble, man. And first things first, man. In the county is probably the worst place to ever be. Like, county is worse than the prison. So you gonna have more problems in the county. So you better learn to adjust to that shit before you go to prison. Because if you can't adjust to county, if you fucking up in the county, you know what I'm saying, you getting locked down and stuff like that, you ain't gonna do well in prison, because you got a little bit more wiggle room, but that's a little bit more shit to get you in trouble with. So I suggest you take county real serious, man, and get in there and get that shit out the way. Once you get sentenced, you just wait till you get pulled chain. Pulled chain is what you would call, like, they call you at like 4 o'clock in the morning and they take you down. They don't even tell your family, you know what I'm saying? They don't even tell you when you're gonna go. Then you go to the assessment and receiving. So when I pulled chain, they pulled me out at like 4 o'clock in the morning, but we had an ice storm. And because we had that ice storm, shit, they couldn't take us nowhere. So I had to go back to my cell, but I knew I was finna go. So I called my mom and them and said, man, shit, I'm finna go now. It's a wrap. So, I keep in touch with y'all. I try to get a call to y'all as soon as I get down there. But they knew I was gonna be going. So most people, they don't know before the safety of the, everybody, the guards and all that shit, you know what I'm saying? But what's crazy is, see, regular crimes pull chain on like Tuesdays and Thursdays. Anybody that has a capital crime, like, murder or whatever, life sentence, they go on Monday and only on Mondays. So you got that type of crime only you got every Monday your heart is beating. Or unless you got an appeal. If you got an appeal, shit, you're gonna be in that motherfucker for a couple years. And then but if you got a regular crime, you know what I'm saying, every Tuesday and Thursday, you just never know which one's gonna be your day. So I got down to assessment and receiving. You know what I'm saying? I didn't really talk to nobody because I didn't know nobody. Everybody that was down there with me, I went with one person that was from Cleveland County, but we ended up going to two different prisons. So, I didn't like once we left the county jail and went to assessment and receiving, he went to a totally different pod because he had a crazier crime. I forgot what he had, but he went to a different pod. And then, and really, to be honest, you don't know who you're going to be in these cells with when you go to assessment and receiving. You're going to see people from all over Oklahoma. You know what I'm saying? So they're going to put you in a cell. You don't know this person. So you can kind of talk to them and get to know them, but don't be too friendly because you never know, man. Some of these motherfuckers be crazy. They come from these country-ass towns where all they do is fucking tear shit up and they just fucking delinquents. You don't know who you're going to get in your cell. So just, kind of relax. Don't do no stupid shit. Don't sit on people's bunk. Don't put your feet on people's bunk when you're jumping on the bed. Don't have your shoes on the bunk. Like, take your shoes off at the floor and then climb up. But don't ever put your shoes on somebody's bed. So really from there, it's real simple. It's real simple doing that because, ain't nobody really worried about anybody in assessment and receiving. They're like thinking like, where am I going? What yard am I going to? Because some of these yards, man, you can go to 3 type of yards: minimum, maximum, or medium. Minimum, medium, maximum. Most people go directly to a medium. Most people. The reason why is because either they have a bunch of charges or prior charges, been in prison before, or violent charges, so they go directly to a medium. Now, some people, depending on your charges, can stay there for 6 months to a year and then go to a minimum, or they'll stay there for a couple years, just depending on their charges. Like if they got some violent charges, you probably won't be leaving that minimum so soon. But if you got like drug charges and you got like trafficking, you're gonna go do 6 months to a year. If you got a 10-year sentence, you're gonna do 6 months to a year in a medium and then go to a minimum for the rest of your time, because you'll probably parole out like after 30 your sentence. So that's that. And then you get to the medium, man. Don't borrow shit from nobody, because some people are coming in off parole, so they have stuff like they get caught up on parole and they get to come back. So don't borrow shit from them because they already got shit. And then, some people been in the assessment and receiving for months because they trying to either get beds together. Oklahoma has one of the most fullest prisons in the country. Like all the prisons are full, man. It's crazy how full it is. So you don't know how long you're going to be down there. So luckily, man, I was down there for 2 weeks. I lucked out a lot on this prison sentence, I'm going to tell you. So then they took me down to Southeast Oklahoma in Hodgins. It was a Jimmy Hamilton Correction Facility. I was down there for a year. So as soon as I came in, like I had no clue where I was at. Like we drove to McAllister, right? And I never been to McAllister. Like that's where the maximum, they got medium and maximum prison. They also have like a minimum there that like does like farming and shit like that. That's for them country motherfuckers, and you learn to like butcher animals and shit. But it's a medium max, and they drove us in there, and I was like, why the fuck am I here? Like, oh my God. I was like, man, at that point, I was like, man, I don't know what the fuck I got myself into, man. Because basically it was just like big walls, big door that they sit there, open up, and there's guards with fucking AKs and shit, and or AR-15s, and they just standing there, and you drive in, Then they tell you to get off the bus. They told me to get off the bus. I damn near cried. I was like, man, I gotta come in this motherfucker. But you gotta hold strong. You gotta hold strong. You can't be no pussy. That's way, like, people see you being weak. Lunch food, man. So, basically, you know, I'm just sitting in there like, damn, this is fucked up. But, you know, I'm nervous. But then another bus pulls up. They tell me to get on, man. I was like, golly, thank you, Jesus. Because I did not want to be in, I didn't know what that was. Because they don't tell you where you're going until you get there. They just tell you, like, we got you a prison, just follow the orders. You know what I'm saying? Because for safety reasons, they don't want to be telling the details and the logistics of shit or whatever. So I thought I was going there. I was like, damn. So then again, when I got like I was saying, it was people that I was with the whole time, these 2 weeks. Some of them went to a county jail. The prisons are so packed that people with short time was going to county jails. And that shit sucked because, you know, they wasn't really getting to go out. So some people went to Sallisaw, Oklahoma, and you know, right outside of Fort Smith. But we ended up seeing them sometimes, like, because I used to work all the way. We'd go to Fort Smith, Poto. We'd go do all that shit, you know what I'm saying? And I'll get to that. So, you know, one thing is when you get there, man, I got there at like 2 o'clock in the morning. It was dark. And shit, you know, you couldn't see nothing. I just got in there, got in the bed and shut the fuck up. I didn't know who my cellmate was. I said, what's up? He said, what's up? But that was about it. You know, I just shut the fuck up. And then, you know, you in there, so you didn't make the best of it. I happened to get there on the weekend of the Super Bowl. It was cool, but I didn't know nobody. So I'm sitting at the tier watching people's TV from far back because I didn't want to go talk to nobody, didn't want to go ask nobody. My cellmate asked if I watched football, but he didn't watch football. So, you know, like as soon as, this is what happened, Devin Hester scored a touchdown on the first kickoff. This had never happened before. As soon as the ball kicked off, bam, caught it, bam. Devin Hester ran touchdown. After that, dude turned the channel, so I was like, man, fuck this. You know, after that, man, I kind of minded my business. Things you should not do when you doing prison time, especially if you got a short time, okay? Because what you want to do is stay out of trouble. You don't want to owe nobody, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to get into a fight because that prolongs your time. So, you know what I'm saying? Don't call nobody a bitch. You know what I'm saying? Bitch is a disrespectful word. And, you know, sometimes people, if you call somebody a bitch, you call the right person a bitch, and they gonna either lay you out right there, or they gonna call you out to fight, and then y'all gonna have to go behind the building and fight. And you're gonna have to, because if you don't, then people gonna continuously fuck with you for the rest of your time. So if you're gonna be tough and call somebody a bitch, you better be ready to fight. That's just it. Don't borrow no money from nobody. What I mean by money, because there's no actual currency in there. Don't borrow no Debbie snacks. Don't borrow no Little Debbie snacks. Don't borrow no noodles, sodas. Don't borrow no stamps. You know, don't borrow shit from nobody. If you don't got it, you don't got it. You know what I'm saying? Unless you got a homeboy down there that's willing to look out for you. So you can find alliances with people like that that'll, you know, loan you something and won't charge you extra. But if you go to like one of the stores, and what we call a store is a person that has so much shit, they loan out shit and the people bring them two back. But see, if you don't bring their shit back, that person who got that store probably got some friends who's willing to kick your ass. And then everything that you owe, the store end up paying, but you're gonna pay with a severe ass whooping, and you know, pretty much fucked off that thing. So now you're looking crazy on the yard, and nobody can depend on you, so they won't fuck with you. Nobody will fuck with you. All right. Next thing, don't gamble, because I mean, gambling is cool if you got it, but don't gamble off your food, cause nigga, you'll be hungry in there. Like one day, you'll get like a beef patty. The next day, you'll get some uncooked chicken and some fucking dry ass biscuit and gravy, and then the next day you'll get some fucking split pea soup, or you know what I'm saying, just bullshit. So if you don't got it, man, do not gamble your food away, because you're gonna be hungry. You're gonna come out looking hungry. But you know what I'm saying, eat all your trays. And then the next thing, don't give away your food. You start giving away your food, then niggas gonna be always asking for your food, and you don't want people begging for you. If you're not gonna eat it, just don't eat it. Like, throw that shit away. I mean, but unless it's like your homeboy or something. But then, you know, when you go sit down and you don't like the food, and somebody say, "Hey, let me get that," and you don't know this person, do not give them no food. Like when dude said, "Give me your cornbread on life." No, don't give away your cornbread. Oh God, it's bad. It's a bad idea. If you don't like trouble, stay away from the basketball court. Man, I seen so many fights at the basketball. I almost got into a fight at the basketball court because, you know, niggas be having hot heads. So if you don't want no drama, man, stay out the basketball courts. Any sport, like really, man. I took up crocheting just so I could stay in my cell, because I was like, man, it's so much shit out here to get a nigga caught up. Shit, don't be out here gang banging and sleeping with men. That shit is a no-no. I mean, that's self-explanatory. Like, you're gonna be looked at as crazy, you know what I'm saying? I got some good stories, but just don't do no stupid shit, man. Use your goddamn head. And if you gang bang, you better actually be about it. And if you a sometime gang member, not just, you might as well just disown your set, because somebody gonna call you out, and that's just. And then, I mean, you after a few ass whoopings later, they may or may not consider you as part of the gang. So, yeah. Anyway, stay out of prison. But if you want to know more, like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know if you want a part 2 of shit you do or don't. You want to know some crazy prison stories, let me know in the comments. I got y'all. All right, everyday people. Peace.